Are you a beginner and find making cables very difficult? You can try with this. This looks like cable, but it is not a cable stitch. This stitch is called as cable effect stitch. It gives an effect like you have done the cables. And it looks very beautiful. It is a textured stitch and it suits on almost all your projects. Sweaters, shawl, socks, etc. It looks very nice. And it is a repeat of 4 rows. It's very easy. Let's start to make this cable effect stitch. To begin the cable effect stitch, you can first work at least 2 rows of stockinette stitch. Here I am applying that on some project, so I have a few rows of ribbing and 2 rows of stockinette. So from this row I will begin with the cable effect stitch. For this, we will start by making a purl 2. First stitch I'll just slide over. So these 2 stitches are the first 2 stitches that I consider as purl 2. Then keeping the yarn backwards, I will slip one stitch, that is I'll slip the next stitch purlwise, and then I will knit next 2 stitches, knit 1 and knit 2. Now I will slide off this slip stitch over the 2 stitches that I just knitted. So sliding the stitch off the needle and over the 2 knit stitches like this. Now you have to keep the yarn forward and purl 2. Purl 2, repeat the same. Again keep the yarn backwards, slip one stitch purlwise, knit 2 stitches, knit 1, knit 2, slide the slip stitch over the 2 knit stitches like this, yarn front and purl 2. 1, 2. Repeat the same till the end. Yarn back, slip one stitch purlwise, knit 2 stitches, knit 1, knit 2, slide the slip stitch over the 2 knit stitches, yarn forward, purl 2. So this is very simple. You will just be repeating whatever we did here. Yarn back, slip one stitch purlwise, knit 2 stitches, slide the slip stitch over the 2 knit stitches, keep the yarn front and purl 2. Repeat this till the end of the row. Coming to the end, purl 1 and purl 2. So the first row of cable stitch effect is done. Going to the second row. Now you can observe that while we made a slip stitch and casted it off, we decreased one stitch every time we did that. So in this row we will increase one stitch. We will begin with knit 2, 1 and 2. Knit 2, keep the yarn front, purl 1. Now we should wrap the yarn around the needle like this and then purl 1. In this way we have increased one stitch here by wrapping the yarn around the needle. Now keep the yarn back and knit 2. Knit 1, knit 2. Now repeat all over again. Yarn front, purl 1, wrap the yarn around the needle, purl 1, yarn back, knit 1, knit 2. Repeat. Yarn front, purl 1, wrap the yarn around the needle, purl 1, yarn back, knit 2. Okay, so we'll continue this for the entire row now. So we are increasing one stitch every time here. Continue this till the end and knit 2. So the second row of the cable effect stitch is done. We'll go to the third row now. Third row is very simple. Start with purl 2, 1, 2. Now keep the yarn backward and you can see the next 2 stitches are knit, and this middle stitch is the yarn over that we did. So we will knit these 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3. Next 2 stitches are purl, so we will purl them, purl 1, purl 2. Again keep the yarn back, and you can see the next set of 3 stitches. These stitches are purl 1, yarn over and purl 1. So it is the set of these 3 stitches. We will knit them, 1, 2 and 3. Next 2 purls, purl 1, purl 2, yarn back, knit 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn front, purl 2, 1 and 2. So this will continue, knit 3, purl 2, knit 3, purl 2, knit 3, purl 2, and at the end you will finish the row by making purl 2. Now going to the 4th row on the wrong side. 4th row you should just knit the knits and purl the purls. So we'll begin by knit 2. As you can see, the first 2 stitches are knit here. 1, 2, 2 knits, and next we have 3 purls, so purl them, 1, 2 and 3. Next 2 knits, 1, 2, knit and 3 purls, purl 1, 2 and 3. So you will continue this for the entire row. Knit 2, purl 3, knit 2, purl, knit 2, 1, 2, purl 3, 1, 2 and 3. The 4th row is done, and on the right side you can now see the cable effect forming. This is the first set of stitches. You will be repeating these 4 rows for the entire length of your work. This is just the first set. It is only 4 rows, so it is not so clear yet. I will make a few more rows. I will keep repeating from row 1 to row 4, and then I will show after a few rows how this looks. So after a few rows, this is how the stitch looks. So this stitch gives a cable-like effect. It is not a cable stitch, but it looks like you have done cable stitches here. And you can make your own modifications here. You can increase the number of purls here if you want the stitch patterns to be a little bit far away. You can make your own changes. So this is how you make the cable effect stitch pattern. I hope you enjoyed making this cable effect stitch pattern. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.